Israel just said no to Donald Trump's Gaza peace plan. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told his cabinet on Sunday, quote, Israel rejects the 15-point document, the roadmap drawn up by the American-led Board of Peace to disarm Hamas and wind down the war. Netanyahu said the Israeli military will not carry out any withdrawal until Hamas is genuinely disarmed, and he meant every weapon, the heavy ones, the less heavy ones, all of them. Hamas had already signed on to that framework last month. Netanyahu also said he will never accept a Palestinian state in Gaza or the West Bank, adding that Israel knows how to stand its ground even against its very best friends. A Saudi oil refinery was burning before sunrise, and Yemen's Houthis say they lit it. Saudi Arabia's Ministry of Energy says a fire broke out at dawn on Sunday at one of the facilities belonging to the Aramco Refinery in Jizan, on the kingdom's Red Sea coast. Industrial security firefighting teams put the blaze out. No injuries were reported. Houthi military spokesman Yahya Sari said the group targeted the refinery with a drone and that the strike was precise, calling it retaliation for Saudi aircraft violating the airspace over Yemen's Sada and Hajj provinces. It is the latest in a run of Houthi strikes on Saudi oil infrastructure. 11 ballistic missiles and nearly 100 drones hit a single Ukrainian city in one night. Officials say Russia struck the port city of Odesa overnight into Sunday, damaging or partly destroying residential buildings across several districts and setting cars and high-rise apartments on fire. At least 12 people were injured, 11 of them taken to hospital, most with shrapnel wounds. Ukraine's Air Force says it shot down about 72% of the drones, but only one of the missiles. The energy company DTK says power infrastructure was hit, cutting electricity and interrupting the city's water supply, and warned the damage is severe and repairs will take time. More than 300 children have now died in the Ebola outbreak in eastern Congo, the United Nations said on Friday. European health authorities tracking the epidemic report more than 4,000 confirmed cases in the Democratic Republic of Congo and about 1,850 deaths, with 87% of those cases in Ituri province. Officials say it is caused by the Bundibugyo species of Ebola, a rarer strain than the one existing approved vaccines were built for. The UN also says maternal deaths in Ituri have nearly doubled since the outbreak began. World Health Organization advisors have recommended a full-scale trial of the Ervebo vaccine to test whether it offers any cross-protection. More than 700 buildings are gone, and 65,000 people were told to leave. 1 week into the Spokane complex fires in eastern Washington state, officials say 3 blazes, Old Trails, Autumn Lane, and Fairview, have destroyed more than 700 structures and burned roughly 8,000 acres. Crews finally started gaining ground this weekend. As of Saturday morning, the Autumn Lane fire was 47% contained, Old Trails 43%, and Fairview 31%, with more than 75 miles of containment line built. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office has arrested a 37-year-old man and charged him with first-degree arson over the Old Trails fire. The best meteor shower in years peaks this week, and the moon is getting out of the way. The Perseids reach maximum on the nights of August 12th and 13th, and this year that peak lands almost exactly on a new moon, which means essentially no moonlight washing out the sky. Astronomers say that under genuinely dark skies, observers frequently report 90 meteors an hour or more. The Perseids come from the dust trail of Comet Swift-Tuttle, a comet that loops around the sun about once every 133 years. No telescope needed. Rates climb after midnight and are strongest in the hours before dawn, and it takes about half an hour for your eyes to fully adjust. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell to stay in the loop every single day.